Alright, before we dive in, a quick heads up. This presentation is for informational purposes only. I'm a business systems expert, not your financial advisor or accountant. Every business is unique, so please consult with your own professionals before making any major software decisions. Okay, let's get into it. Your e-commerce business is bleeding money. And the worst part? You probably don't even know where the wound is. You're looking at your ad spend, your cost of goods, your shipping fees. But the real hemorrhage is happening in a place most founders never think to look. It's hiding in plain sight, disguised as a monthly subscription. Or 5. Or 10. It's the silent killer of profit and productivity that I call app spaghetti. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You started on Shopify because everyone does. It's great. Then you needed real accounting, so you bolted on QuickBooks. Your email list grew, so you plugged in MailChimp or Klaviyo. For customer service, you added Zendesk. For inventory, maybe it's a separate, clunky system that barely talks to Shopify. For your team's tasks, you're juggling Asana, Slack, and Google Drive. Each app is a single strand of spaghetti. And right now, your business is trying to eat a tangled, messy plate of it. Your customer service team can't see the marketing emails a customer just received. Your marketing team has no idea which customers have open support tickets. In your warehouse, they're getting sales orders, but the inventory counts from your last purchase order in QuickBooks haven't synced yet, so you accidentally sell an item you don't actually have in stock. You just created a terrible customer experience, and you'll spend the next hour in damage control. All because 2 apps decided not to talk to each other today. This isn't just inefficient, it's a 5-alarm fire. You are manually stitching together a business with digital duct tape and glue. You're paying employees not to build your brand, but to be human APIs, copying data from one spreadsheet and pasting it into another, hoping they don't make a typo that costs you thousands. A recent study found that the average small business owner spends over 10 hours a week, a full working day, just on manual data entry and reconciling information between different systems. What could you do with an extra 500 hours a year? That's the cost. But what about the price tag? Let's do some quick, painful math. Shopify Plus, $2,000 a month. QuickBooks Online Advanced, $200 a month. Klaviyo for a decent-sized list, another $500. A good inventory management system, $400. A CRM, another $300. We're already over $3,000 a month, and we haven't even talked about shipping software, project management tools, or help desks. You're paying a premium for a system that is fundamentally broken. A Frankenstein's monster of software that is actively working against you. What if you could burn it all to the ground? What if you could replace that entire tangled mess with one single, elegant, powerful platform? A true operating system for your business that costs a fraction of what you're paying now, but does 10 times more. A system where your inventory, accounting, website, CRM, marketing, and warehouse management are not just connected, but are literally the same thing. That system exists, and it's called Odoo. And in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on the top 5 Odoo Enterprise features that are specifically built to solve the biggest, most expensive headaches for American e-commerce businesses. We are not talking about fluffy, nice-to-have features. We are talking about strategic weapons that will give you an almost unfair advantage over your competitors who are still stuck in the app spaghetti nightmare. This isn't just about saving a few bucks on software subscriptions. This is about fundamentally changing how you operate. It's about eliminating the chaos so you can focus on what you're actually good at, building a brand and selling great products. It's about having a single source of truth. Imagine this. A customer buys a product on your website. Instantly, the inventory is updated not just on your site, but for your Amazon and eBay listings too. A pick and pack list is automatically generated in your warehouse. The financial entry is posted in your accounting ledger. The customer is added to a post-purchase email automation sequence, and a sales commission is calculated for your rep. All of it, instantly, automatically, within one system. No zaps, no connectors, no manual entry. That's the world we're talking about. Now, why is this especially critical for businesses here in the United States? 3 reasons. First, sales tax. Thanks to the Supreme Court's Wayfair decision, selling across state lines has become an administrative nightmare of nexus, thresholds, and 1,000 different tax rates. Most software setups can't handle this complexity without expensive, third-party plugins that often break. Odoo has a solution baked right into its core that I'm going to show you, and it's a lifesaver. Second, the Amazon effect. Your customers now expect 2-day, 1-day, even same-day shipping. They want tracking numbers instantly. They want seamless returns. To compete, you need to run your warehouse with military precision. You can't do that when your warehouse software is disconnected from your sales channels. We're going to cover the Odoo feature that turns your fulfillment process into a well-oiled machine, letting you punch way above your weight class. And third, multi-channel complexity. The modern American e-commerce brand doesn't just sell on a website. You sell on Amazon, on Walmart, through social media, maybe even in a physical pop-up shop. Managing inventory, pricing, and customer data across all those channels is a recipe for disaster with a fragmented system. You end up with price discrepancies, overselling, and a completely fractured view of your customer's journey. Odoo was built from the ground up to unify this, to give you a single pane of glass to view your entire retail empire. So get ready to take some notes. We're about to walk through the 5 killer features that will change the way you think about your business. We'll start with the one that gives you a crystal clear 360-degree view of your customer, allowing for marketing so personal and effective it feels like magic. Then we'll dive into the tool that automates your entire supply chain, from purchase order to final delivery, eliminating stockouts forever. We'll look at the integrated accounting that makes tax time a breeze and gives you a real-time P&L statement with the click of a button. We'll cover the incredible website builder that's directly tied to your inventory, so your front end and back end are finally in perfect sync. And finally, we will tackle the single biggest headache for every US seller, that multi-state sales tax monster, and show you how Odoo tames it for good. This is the blueprint for getting off the software treadmill. This is how you stop being the chief integration officer of your own company and start being the CEO again. This is how you build a scalable, profitable, and sane e-commerce business. The first feature is arguably the most important for growth, because if you don't understand your customer, you don't have a business. Let's break it down. So let's talk about feature number 1, the unified customer profile. Now that sounds like boring corporate jargon, so let me put it this way. Odoo gives your business a photographic memory. Imagine you run an online store selling high-end leather goods. Let's call it Artisan Hide. You're doing well. You've got customers buying from your Shopify or Odoo e-commerce site. You've got a list of people on MailChimp for your newsletter. You have another list in your customer support software like Zendesk. And you have a spreadsheet of leads you met at a trade show in Vegas. What do you really know about any single customer? The truth is, you know fragments. You know Jane Smith from Austin, Texas bought a wallet in May. You also know an email, janesmith88@email.com, opened your last newsletter. And you have a support ticket from a Jane S. complaining about shipping times. Are these all the same person? Maybe. You have no earthly idea. Your business has amnesia. It meets the same customer over and over again and has no clue it's the same person. This isn't just inefficient. It's a silent killer of growth. You're spending money on Facebook ads to reacquire customers who already love you. You're sending welcome to the family emails to people who have been buying from you for 3 years. You're trying to upsell a new messenger bag to a guy who just filed a warranty claim on his last one. Each of these little mistakes is a paper cut. It erodes trust, it wastes money, and it makes your brand look disorganized and amateurish. In the hyper-competitive US market, you can't afford to look amateurish. You're competing with brands that have teams of data scientists. You're competing with Amazon's seamless, almost psychic customer experience. Flying blind with fragmented data is like showing up to a Formula One race in a minivan. You're just not in the same league. This is the problem Odoo Enterprise attacks at its very core. When a customer interacts with your business in any way, Odoo doesn't just see a transaction, sees a person. It creates a single unified contact record. That first purchase from your website, it creates a profile. They sign up for your newsletter, it appends that to their profile. They abandon a cart, it logs it on their profile. They send an angry email to customer support, that entire conversation gets attached to their profile. They click on a specific marketing link you posted on Twitter, Odoo knows and it adds that to their profile. Suddenly the amnesia is gone. You have a crystal clear 360-degree view of Jane Smith. You can see she first found you through a Google ad for handmade leather wallet. You see she bought that wallet, then 2 months later came back and bought a matching belt. You see she opened your email about leather care tips, but ignored the one about your new line of women's handbags. You see her support ticket about shipping, and you see that your team resolved it successfully. This isn't just data. This is intelligence. This is the foundation of everything. From this single screen, you can now do things that were previously impossible without a team of developers and a 6-figure software budget. First, let's talk about segmentation. This is where the magic really starts. Generic marketing is dead. Sending the same email blast to your entire list is like shouting into a hurricane and hoping someone hears you. With Odoo's unified profile, you can build segments with surgical precision. You can say, show me every customer who lives in a cold weather state, who has purchased more than $500 worth of goods, but has not purchased one of our new winter jackets. Boom, there's your list. Now you can send them a highly targeted, personal-feeling email or ad campaign about why your jacket is perfect for a brutal Chicago winter. How about this? Show me every customer who bought a product over a year ago, has a high lifetime value, but hasn't visited the website in the last 6 months. These are your VIPs who are about to churn. You can now create a special We Miss You campaign with an exclusive offer just for them, winning them back before they're gone for good. This level of specific targeting is how you double or triple your email marketing ROI. It's how you make customers feel seen and understood, not just marketed to. Second, you get true marketing attribution. Every e-commerce owner asks the same question. Is my marketing actually working? You're spending thousands on Google Ads, Facebook ads, content marketing, influencers, but what is actually driving sales? Most platforms give you a fuzzy picture at best. Because Odoo integrates everything, it connects the dots. You can set up tracking links for every single campaign. That influencer you paid $5,000? Odoo can tell you exactly how many sales came directly from their link and what the total revenue was. You can look at your Facebook ad campaigns and see not just clicks, but actual orders and the lifetime value of the customers each ad brought in. The fog of war lifts. You stop guessing where to put your marketing dollars and start making data-driven decisions. You cut the campaigns that are wasting money and double down on the ones that are printing it. This alone is a feature worth the price of admission. It transforms your marketing department from a cost center into a predictable, scalable revenue engine. Finally, and this is huge, it revolutionizes your customer service. When a customer calls or emails with a problem, what's the first thing they usually have to do? They have to spend 5 minutes explaining who they are, reciting an order number, and retelling their entire history with your company. It's frustrating for them and inefficient for you. With Odoo, when that email from Jane Smith comes in, your support agent clicks on her name and instantly sees everything. Her entire order history, her past support tickets, the marketing emails she's received. The entire relationship is laid out on one screen. The conversation changes completely. Your agent doesn't have to ask for an order number. They can say, "Hi Jane, I see you're writing in about your order for the leather messenger bag. I also see you're a longtime customer who bought your first wallet from us back in 2021. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Now, how can I help you with the bag? Do you feel the difference?" That's not just customer service. That's relationship building. That's how you turn a one-time buyer into a lifelong advocate for your brand. That's how you get glowing 5-star reviews instead of angry Reddit threads. This unified customer profile is the bedrock. It's the central nervous system of a modern e-commerce business. It takes all the chaotic, disconnected pieces of information and weaves them into a coherent story for every single customer. It allows a small team in Ohio to provide a level of personalized service and marketing that, until recently, was only available to megacorporations. It's how you stop guessing and start knowing. Now, having this incredible, all-knowing view of your customer is one thing, but what do you do with it at scale? How do you take this intelligence and use it to automatically nurture leads, recover abandoned carts, and send the perfect message at the perfect time without you or your team lifting a finger? That's where raw data becomes automated revenue. And that brings us to our second feature, which is an absolute powerhouse for hands-off growth. Odoo's marketing automation. Now, if you've been in e-commerce for more than a week, you've heard that term. You've probably seen a dozen different apps that all claim to do it. MailChimp, Klaviyo, Constant Contact, the list goes on. And they're fine. They send emails. But that's like comparing a rowboat to an aircraft carrier. What Odoo does is different. It's not an app you bolt onto your store. It's woven into the very DNA of your business. It's connected to your sales, your inventory, your website traffic, your customer database. Everything. It's the central nervous system of your customer communication. Let's make this real. Imagine you run an online store selling high-end, custom leather goods. We'll call it Artisan Hide. You're doing well, but you're stretched thin. You're the CEO, the product designer, the head of shipping, and the chief coffee maker. You know you should be following up with customers, but who has the time? You've got orders to fulfill. Now let's look at a typical Tuesday at Artisan Hide. A A customer, let's call him David, lands on your site. He's been eyeing a specific handmade messenger bag for weeks. He finally adds it to his cart. He gets to the checkout page, fills in his shipping info, and then his phone rings. It's his boss. He gets distracted, closes the laptop, and completely forgets about the bag. In a typical e-commerce setup, that's it. That's a lost sale. A ghost in the machine. You might see an abandoned cart metric in your analytics, a sad little number that represents lost revenue, but you're too busy to do anything about it. But you're running on Odoo Enterprise. So here's what happens instead, all while you're busy stitching a new wallet. 1 hour after David abandons his cart, Odoo's automation engine wakes up. It sees the trigger. Cart updated, but no order placed within 60 minutes. It automatically fires off a beautifully designed, personalized email. The subject line isn't a generic, "You left something behind." It's, "David, is your artisan messenger bag waiting?" Inside, there's a high-resolution image of the exact bag he chose, a direct link back to his cart, and a simple no-pressure message. This is step 1, the gentle nudge. No discount, no hard sell. Just a helpful reminder. But David's busy. He sees the email but doesn't act on it. 23 hours pass. Now the automation kicks into phase 2. It checks again. Has David completed his purchase? The answer is no. So it sends a second email. This one is different. The tone is a little more personal. Maybe it highlights one of the 5-star reviews for that specific bag. And at the bottom, there's a little something extra. A unique single-use code for 10% off, valid for the next 48 hours. This isn't a site-wide coupon. It's a targeted incentive created and delivered just for him to overcome that last little bit of hesitation. Let's say that does the trick. David sees the discount, remembers how much he wanted the bag, and clicks through to complete the purchase. Boom! A sale that would have vanished into thin air is now captured. You, the business owner, did absolutely nothing. You didn't write the email. You didn't create the coupon code. You didn't even know David existed until the new order notification popped up. You set up the rule one time and your business is now closing sales while you sleep. But this is where Odoo separates itself from the simple email apps. The story doesn't end there. Because David is now a customer, the automation workflow can continue. He's no longer just an anonymous cart abandoner. He's a valued member of the Artisan Hide family. 14 days after his bag is delivered, a status Odoo knows because its shipping and sales apps are all connected, the automation triggers again. It sends David an email asking for a product review. Not just a generic, rate your purchase, but, how are you enjoying your new messenger bag? We'd love to see a photo. This generates social proof and valuable feedback. 30 days after that, the system might send him an article from your blog. 5 tips to care for your artisan leather. You're not selling him anything. You're providing value. You're building a relationship. You're positioning your brand as an expert, as a partner in his ownership of this beautiful product. And then, 6 months down the line, Odoo's automation can send him a perfectly timed cross-sell. It knows he bought a messenger bag. So the email isn't for another bag. It's for the matching leather wallet or the new leather care kit you just launched. The perfect companion for your messenger bag. The conversion rate on an email like that is astronomically higher than a generic sales blast. And you can build all of this entire sophisticated multi-month customer journey, using a simple visual drag-and-drop editor. You don't need to be a coder. It's like building with Legos. You set your trigger. A customer signs up, buys a product, visits a specific page. Then you drag in an action. Send an email, wait for a period of time, add a tag to the customer's profile. Then you create branches. If the customer opens the email, do this. If they don't, do that. If they click a link, move them to a different marketing list. Think about the power of that. You can create completely separate journeys for different types of customers. A new subscriber gets a welcome series. A VIP customer who has spent over $1,000 gets exclusive early access to new products. A customer who hasn't purchased in 6 months gets a special "We Miss You" offer. This is how you scale intimacy. This is how you make 1,000 customers feel like they're your only customer. It's not just about recovering abandoned carts. It's about maximizing the lifetime value of every single person who interacts with your brand. It's about transforming your website from a simple digital storefront into a relationship-building machine. Most businesses pay a full-time employee, a marketing coordinator, $15, $20, even $25 an hour to try and do this manually. They spend their days exporting customer lists, importing them into an email service, and manually sending out campaigns. It's slow, it's prone to error, and it's never as timely or as personalized as it should be. Odoo's marketing automation acts as that employee. It's your best, most reliable, most detail-oriented team member, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for a fraction of the cost. It never calls in sick. It never forgets to follow up. It executes your perfect marketing strategy flawlessly every single time. It takes all of that complex, time-consuming, but incredibly valuable work of building customer relationships and puts it on autopilot. This frees you up to do what you, the entrepreneur, do best. Innovate, create new products, and steer the ship. This level of integrated automation is something you simply cannot achieve by duct taping a dozen different apps together. When your email system doesn't talk to your inventory system, or your sales system, or your customer service portal, you're flying blind. You're working with incomplete data. Odoo brings it all under one roof, giving its automation engine perfect, real-time information to act on. But what good is a perfectly timed, beautifully personalized marketing email, offering a 10% discount on a product that you just sold out of 5 minutes ago? Sending a customer a promotion for an item they can't actually buy is more than just a missed opportunity. It's a frustrating experience that can actively damage your brand's reputation. That seamless connection between marketing and reality, between what you promise and what you actually have on the shelf, is absolutely critical. And that brings us directly to our third game-changing feature, the one that underpins the entire physical reality of your e-commerce business. It's the Advanced Warehouse and Inventory Management System. Now I know what you're thinking. Warehouse management? That sounds boring. And you'd be right if we were talking about dusty clipboards and endless spreadsheets. But we're not. We're talking about the central nervous system of your entire operation. The difference between controlled, profitable growth and pure, unmitigated chaos. Let's paint a picture. It's a picture most of you know intimately. You started in your garage, then a storage unit, now you have your first real warehouse space. And it's a mess. You have a Google Sheet for incoming stock, another for current inventory, and a third tear-stained one for returns. Your top-selling product, the one that pays the bills? You think you have 50 units left. Your new hire, bless his heart, thinks it's 150 because he was looking at last Tuesday's printout. Meanwhile, your star warehouse picker just sent a customer in Florida a size small blue t-shirt instead of the size extra large red one they ordered, because the boxes look identical and were stacked in the wrong aisle. Now it's Black Friday. Orders are flooding in. Your website, thanks to that real-time stock we just talked about, is confidently selling products. But in the warehouse, it's a war zone. People are running around yelling SKUs at each other. You're overselling products you don't have, creating a customer service nightmare that will haunt you through January. And you're sitting on a mountain of last season's slow movers, tying up cash that you desperately need for payroll. This isn't a business. It's a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek where the prize is not going bankrupt. This is the reality for thousands of US businesses. They solve the marketing problem, they get the sales, but they are slowly and painfully bled dry by operational chaos. Their warehouse isn't a strategic asset. It's a black hole that swallows time, money, and customer goodwill. Now imagine a different reality. Imagine Odoo. The moment a new shipment arrives from your supplier, your team doesn't guess where it goes. They pick up a simple barcode scanner. It can even be a smartphone running Odoo's app. They scan the box. Instantly, Odoo knows exactly what it is, how many units there are, and tells the employee the exact optimal location to store it. Not just any empty shelf, the optimal one. This is because you've set up put-away rules. You've told Odoo, hey, our best-selling items? The ones we pick 100 times a day? They always go in aisle B, on the middle shelf, right next to the packing station to minimize travel time. You've told it, heavy items? Bottom shelves only for safety. And organic dog treats that expire in 6 months? They go in the climate-controlled section. And I want a notification a month before they expire. Your warehouse is no longer organized by one person's memory. It's organized by cold, hard, profit-maximizing logic. Now an order comes in from your website. A customer in Texas just bought 3 different items. Odoo doesn't just generate a picking list. It generates the most efficient path through the warehouse for your picker to follow. It's like Google Maps for your shelves. The picker follows the route on their scanner, arriving at the first location. The screen says, pick 2 units of SKU 123. They scan the shelf location to confirm they're in the right place. Then they scan the product barcode as they pick it. If they try to scan the wrong item, The scanner buzzes with an error. Impossible to make a mistake. They move to the next location, scan, pick, and confirm. Think about the implications of that. Shipping errors, one of the single most corrosive and expensive problems in e-commerce, don't just get reduced. They are virtually eliminated. The cost of shipping the wrong item, the cost of the return label, the cost of shipping the correct item, and the immeasurable cost of an angry customer who blasts you on social media, all of that vanishes. But it gets deeper. What if you sell products with expiration dates? Food, supplements, cosmetics. The FDA doesn't mess around. With a spreadsheet, you're relying on someone remembering to check dates. With Odoo, you set up a removal strategy. First expiry, first out, or FIFO. The system guarantees that when an order comes in, it directs your picker to the batch that expires the soonest. You stop throwing away expired products. You stop risking customer health and your company's reputation. For other products, you can use first in, first out, ensuring your stock is always fresh and you're not left with obsolete inventory. Now let's say you're growing. You're killing it. You realize that shipping from your warehouse in Los Angeles to a customer in New York takes 5 days and costs a fortune. It's time to open a second warehouse in New Jersey to offer 2-day shipping nationwide. For most businesses, this is an operational nightmare. Now you have 2 sets of spreadsheets, 2 teams, 2 inventory counts. It's double the chaos. With Odoo Enterprise, it's trivial. You simply add a new warehouse to the system. Now you have a single God-level view of your entire inventory across the country. You can set rules. When a customer from New York orders, the system automatically routes that order to the New Jersey warehouse for fulfillment. When the New Jersey warehouse starts running low on your best-selling product, Odoo can be configured to automatically generate a transfer order from your LA location to replenish it, long before you ever stock out. You're not just managing 2 warehouses, you're operating a sophisticated, unified distribution network. But here's the final piece, the part that makes your accountant weep with joy. Every single scan, every sale, every transfer, every receipt of stock isn't just a physical movement. It's a financial transaction. And because Odoo's inventory is seamlessly integrated with its accounting app, it is performing what's called perpetual inventory valuation. What does that mean? It means you know down to the penny the exact value of the inventory you own in real time 24/7. Your inventory is your biggest asset, but for most businesses, it's a giant question mark on the balance sheet until a painful manual count at the end of the quarter. With Odoo, you have a live, accurate number. This is transformative for managing cash flow, for securing financing from a bank, and for truly understanding the financial health of your business day to day, not just guessing once a quarter. So Odoo's warehouse management isn't a boring feature. It's the engine that lets you fulfill the promises your website makes. It's the system that turns chaotic piles of boxes into a finely tuned, error-free, cash-efficient strategic asset. It's what allows you to scale from your garage to a national brand without losing your mind. You've now perfected your inventory. You know exactly what you have, where it is, and its value. Your warehouse is a model of efficiency, with pickers moving like surgeons, guided by a system that makes mistakes impossible. But there's a critical link still missing. The product is picked, packed, and sitting in a box at the end of the line. How does it get from your perfectly organized shelf to the customer's front door? How do you bridge that final crucial gap? That final gap is the last mile, but for your business, it's the first place where a perfectly executed plan can completely fall apart. This is the shipping maze. And for most growing e-commerce businesses in the US, it's a nightmare. You're juggling tabs in your browser like a circus performer. One for FedEx, one for UPS, another for the USPS website. You're manually typing, or if you're lucky, copying and pasting customer addresses, praying you don't make a typo. You're weighing each box, punching in the dimensions, and then trying to compare 3 different prices on 3 different screens to find the best rate. It's a soul-crushing, time-devouring process. And every single mistake, a mistyped zip code, a wrong service selected, costs you real money and even worse, a customer's trust. You've spent all this energy on your product, your marketing, your website, and your warehouse, only to have the entire customer experience hinge on a manual data entry task that's ripe for human error. This is where the third pillar of a truly unified e-commerce operation comes into play, and it's one of Odoo Enterprise's most powerful money-saving features. It's built-in, fully integrated shipping connectors. This isn't just a tool, it's a command center. It's the bridge that connects your warehouse directly to every major carrier you use, eliminating the maze entirely. Imagine this. Instead of leaving your system to go to a carrier's website, the carriers come directly into your system. Odoo integrates natively with the giants of American logistics: UPS, FedEx, USPS, and DHL, among others. This means the moment an order is confirmed and packed, you can manage the entire shipping process from a single screen, within the same software you use for everything else. Let's break down what this actually means and why it's a game changer. The first and most immediate benefit is real-time rate shopping. Let's say you have an order for a 5-pound box going from your warehouse in Chicago to a customer in Los Angeles. In the old world, you'd have to go to 3 websites, enter the same information 3 times, and squint at the screen to see who's offering the best deal for 2-day shipping. In Odoo, you just click Validate. Odoo automatically sends the package details, weight, dimensions, destination, to all your connected carriers simultaneously. And in seconds, it returns a list of all available services and their real-time costs. UPS Ground for $10.50, FedEx 2-day for $18, USPS Priority Mail for $11.20. It's all right there on one screen. You can instantly see the most cost-effective option, not just for you but for your customer. This power is transformative. You can build rules to automatically select the cheapest carrier for every shipment, saving you thousands of dollars a year without you even thinking about it. Or you can pass that choice directly to the customer at checkout. On your website, when a customer enters their address, Odoo can query the carriers in real time and display actual shipping costs. No more flat rates where you either overcharge the customer or lose money yourself. You give them the power to choose. Do they want the cheapest option that takes 5 days? Or are they willing to pay for overnight delivery? This transparency builds immense trust and dramatically reduces shopping cart abandonment, which is so often caused by unexpected or inflated shipping fees. But getting the right rate is only half the battle. What about the physical label? This is where the second major win happens. One-click label printing. Because Odoo is already connected to your carrier accounts, and because it already has the customer's verified address from the sales order, the entire process is automated. You've picked the carrier and the service. You click one button, Print Label. Odoo sends the data to FedEx or UPS, and a fraction of a second later, your thermal printer spits out a perfectly formatted, high-quality shipping label with the barcode, the address, and the tracking number already on it. Think about the time this saves. No more copy and pasting. No more logging into another portal. No more retyping an address and accidentally transposing 2 numbers in the street address, sending a package to the wrong house, and creating a customer service nightmare. The data flows seamlessly from the initial order to the final label. The chance for human error drops to virtually 0. If you're shipping 10 packages a day, this is a nice convenience. If you're shipping 100 or 1,000 packages a day, this isn't a convenience. It's a necessity. It's the difference between a calm, efficient packing station and a chaotic bottleneck that slows your entire operation down. Now the label is on the box and it's headed for the truck. The transaction is done, right? Not for the customer. For them, the experience has just begun. They're now in that period of anticipation and anxiety, constantly wondering, where is my order? And this is where the third critical piece of Odoo's shipping integration locks into place: automatic tracking number synchronization. The moment that label is generated, the tracking number created by UPS or USPS is automatically pulled back into Odoo and attached to the customer's sales order. More importantly, Odoo can then be configured to automatically send an email to the customer with that tracking number and a direct link to follow the package's journey. You don't have to lift a finger. The system does it for you. This single automated action is one of the most powerful customer relationship tools you have. It preempts the flood of "where's my stuff?" emails and phone calls. It gives the customer peace of mind and control. It makes your brand look professional, organized, and trustworthy. And this integration goes deep. It handles the complex stuff too. Shipping internationally? Odoo helps you generate the necessary customs documentation. Need to ship a large item via LTL freight? It has connectors for that. Need to process a return? You can generate a return label from the original order and email it to the customer with a single click. By integrating shipping so deeply into its core, Odoo transforms it from a cost center and a logistical headache into a strategic advantage. You save money on every single package by instantly finding the best rate. You save hours of manual labor every single day by automating label printing. You reduce costly errors by creating a single source of truth for address data. And most importantly, You elevate the customer experience by providing transparency, choice, and proactive communication. The box is now in the hands of the carrier, and the customer has an email in their inbox with a tracking number, watching their purchase make its way across the country. They're excited. They trust you. But the journey isn't over. Your relationship with that customer is just getting started. What happens after the delivery is confirmed? How do you turn this one-time buyer into a lifelong fan? How do you manage their questions, their feedback, and their future purchases? The answer lies in a system that most e-commerce businesses get tragically wrong, if they have one at all. It's the difference between a transaction and a relationship. It's the digital handshake that says, "We're here for you." This brings us to the third game-changing feature of Odoo Enterprise for US e-commerce. It's completely unified CRM and help desk. Now I know what you're thinking. CRM? That's for salespeople in suits making cold calls, right? And help desk? That's just a fancy email inbox. For years, that's exactly what they were. Separate, clunky systems that lived in their own little worlds, completely disconnected from the reality of your business, the orders, the inventory, the actual money. Let's paint a picture of the typical e-commerce nightmare. A customer, let's call her Jessica, buys a premium coffee grinder from your online store. It arrives, but a small plastic piece is cracked. So Jessica sends an email to your support address. That email lands in a crowded Gmail inbox, buried between a vendor invoice and a newsletter from a supplier. An hour goes by. Then two. Frustrated, Jessica DMs your company on Instagram. Your social media manager, who has no access to the support email, replies, "So sorry to hear that. Can you please email support@yourstore.com with your order number?" Jessica is now fuming. She's already done that. She's being forced to repeat herself. She's doing the work your system should be doing. She calls your support number, gets a different person who has to ask for her name, her email, her order number all over again. They have to log into Shopify, then into a spreadsheet trying to piece together the story. In that 10-minute frustrating exchange, you haven't just lost a customer. You've created a detractor. Someone who will tell their friends about the terrible experience. All because your information was scattered across 5 different apps that don't talk to each other. Your customer data wasn't a single source of truth. It was a collection of whispers in a hurricane. This is the silent killer of so many promising e-commerce brands. You can have the best product in the world, but if your post-purchase experience feels like a bureaucratic maze, you will fail. American consumers, trained by the likes of Amazon and Zappos, have zero patience for this. They expect seamless, context-aware support. Odoo doesn't just offer a CRM and a help desk. It offers one system. This is the key. When Jessica sends that email, it doesn't just land in an inbox. It automatically creates a support ticket in the Odoo Help Desk app. That ticket is instantly and permanently linked to Jessica's contact profile. And her contact profile is linked to her sales order. And the sales order is linked to the inventory record and the shipping information. It's a single unbroken chain of data. So when your support agent, let's call him David, opens that ticket, he doesn't just see an email. He sees Jessica. He sees a screen that tells him this is her first purchase. He sees she spent $85. He sees what she bought, when it shipped, and the tracking number from FedEx. He has the entire context of the relationship in front of him before he even types a single word. He doesn't need to ask, "What's your order number?" He can open his reply with, "Hi Jessica. I'm so sorry to hear the grinder from your order S00458 arrived damaged. We're sending a replacement out for you right now." Imagine the difference that makes. Jessica goes from furious to floored. This company knows who she is. They value her time. They're solving her problem, not creating more work for her. But it goes so much deeper. Within the Odoo Help Desk, you can set up service level agreements or SLAs. This is a feature usually reserved for massive corporations. You can create a rule that says any ticket from a customer who has spent over $1,000 in the last year must receive a first response within 15 minutes. And the system will track it, escalate it, and make sure your VIPs get the white glove treatment they deserve automatically. You can create canned responses for the top 80% of your questions. "Where's my order?" Click. A pre-written response that automatically pulls in the customer's name, and their specific tracking link is ready to go. Your support team isn't wasting time typing the same thing over and over. They're spending their time solving real problems and creating wow moments. And this all feeds directly into the CRM side of the equation. Every interaction, every purchase, every support ticket, Every website inquiry enriches that customer's profile. You're not just building an order history, you're building a relationship history. You can see at a glance a customer's lifetime value. You can see if they're a frequent returner or a brand loyalist. This is where you move from being reactive to being proactive. Let's say you want to run a special promotion. In a disconnected system, you might just blast an email to your entire list. But in Odoo, you can get surgical. You can build a filter in seconds. Show me all customers in the state of Texas who have bought our hiking boots but have not bought our new waterproof socks, and who have not had a negative support ticket in the last 6 months. Boom, there's your list. A hyper-targeted audience that is incredibly likely to respond to your message. You're not sending them a generic marketing blast. You're sending them a helpful suggestion based on their actual purchase history. That's not marketing, that's customer service. Let's rerun the scenario with Jessica and the broken coffee grinder. But this time with the full power of Odoo. The email arrives. A ticket is instantly created and assigned to David. An automated email is immediately sent back to Jessica. Thanks for contacting us. We've received your message and a team member will be reviewing it shortly. Your ticket number is HD 1138. Jessica immediately feels heard. Her anxiety drops. David opens the ticket. He sees her entire history, or lack thereof, since she's a new customer. He uses a template for damaged item, which has a checklist of steps for him to follow. Step 1. Initiate a return for the damaged item. He clicks a button right inside the help desk ticket that says, Create Return. This automatically generates a return authorization in the inventory system and emails a prepaid shipping label to Jessica. Step 2. Create a new sales order for a replacement. He clicks another button, Create Sales Order, and the system duplicates her original order, sets the price to 0, and pushes it to the warehouse for immediate shipment. Step 3. Offer a gesture of goodwill. David has the authority to issue coupon codes. He generates a unique 15% off code and includes it in his personalized reply. His email to her reads, Hi Jessica, David here from support. I was so sorry to see your new grinder was damaged in transit. That's definitely not the experience we want for our customers. The good news is I've already taken care of everything. A brand new replacement is being packed as we speak, and you can expect it in 2 to 3 business days. I've also emailed you a prepaid return label for the damaged unit. Just drop it in the mail when you have a chance. As an apology for the trouble, here is a 15% off coupon for your next order. We really appreciate you giving us a try. Total time for David to do all of this? Less than 3 minutes. The number of other apps he had to log into? 0. Jessica is no longer a detractor. She's an evangelist. She's a fan for life. She just went on social media, but instead of complaining, she's posting a screenshot of the email, tagging your company and saying, This is how customer service is done. You didn't just save a sale. You acquired a marketer for free. That is the power of a single unified system. It transforms your customer service from a cost center, a necessary evil, into your single greatest marketing weapon. It allows a small but mighty team to provide a level of service that your big box competitors, bogged down by their disconnected legacy systems, can only dream of. It's about building a brand that people don't just buy from, but a brand they believe in. So you've perfected the post-purchase experience. You've turned a potential disaster into a brand-defining moment. But how do you proactively reach Jessica and thousands of customers just like her before they even have a problem? How do you automate the conversation and keep your brand top of mind, turning that one-time store credit into a predictable, recurring revenue stream? That's where things get really powerful. This is the difference between a reactive business and a proactive one. It's the difference between simply selling a product and building a brand that people love. The answer lies in 2 of Odoo's most powerful interconnected applications: marketing automation and subscriptions. Let's start with marketing automation because this is the central nervous system that makes the magic happen. Think about the old way of doing things. Your e-commerce store is on Shopify. Your help desk is on Zendesk. Your email marketing is on MailChimp or Klaviyo. When Sarah's ticket is closed in Zendesk, does MailChimp know about it? No. Not without a clunky, expensive, and often unreliable connector app that you have to pay for separately. You, the business owner, would have to manually export a list of customers with recently closed tickets, import it into MailChimp, create a special segment, and then finally build an email to send to them. By the time you do all that, the moment is gone. The emotional connection has faded. With Odoo, it's instantaneous. Because the Help Desk app and the Marketing Automation app are part of the same unified system, they talk to each other in real time. You can build a simple visual workflow that says, when a help desk ticket with the tag damaged item is moved to the solved stage, wait 24 hours. Then, automatically send this specific email template. So one day after Sarah gets her replacement, an email lands in her inbox. It's not a generic marketing blast. The subject line is, just checking in on your recent order. The email says, "Hi Sarah, we just wanted to make sure you're loving your new mug. We really appreciate your patience and understanding. As a small token of our thanks, here's a 15% off coupon for your next purchase. We value you as a customer." Boom. You've just taken a negative customer experience and turned it into a moment of genuine delight. You've reinforced your brand's commitment to quality and service, and you've incentivized the next purchase. All of it completely automated. But it doesn't stop there. Sarah, feeling great about the brand, uses that coupon to buy a bag of your signature Morning Buzz coffee beans. This action, this purchase, is another data point that Odoo's brain captures. It automatically enrolls her into a new automated workflow specifically for first-time coffee buyers. A week later, she gets an email. 3 pro tips for brewing the perfect cup of Morning Buzz. This isn't a sales pitch. It's pure value. You're helping her get the most out of the product she already bought. You're positioning yourself as an expert, a trusted resource. 2 weeks after that, another email arrives. The story behind the buzz. Meet the farmers in Colombia who grow your coffee. Now you're building an emotional connection to the product. You're telling a story. You're building a community. Notice what's happening here. We're not just spamming Sarah with discounts. We are taking her on a journey. We are using her own behavior and purchase history to give her content that is ridiculously relevant and valuable. All without a single person on your team lifting a finger after the initial setup. This is what hyper-personalization at scale looks like. Try doing this with 3 different disconnected software systems. You can't. The data is siloed. Your e-commerce platform knows what she bought, but your email platform has no idea. Your help desk knows she had a problem, but your e-commerce platform doesn't use that information to change her experience. It's a disconnected mess. Now let's take it to the ultimate level, recurring revenue. This is the holy grail for any e-commerce business. Predictable, stable income that you can count on every single month. This is where the Odoo Subscriptions app comes into play. Our system sees that Sarah has now purchased the Morning Buzz blend twice in 3 months. She's clearly a fan. She is a prime candidate for a subscription. So the marketing automation workflow triggers again. It sends her a highly targeted offer. Love your Morning Buzz? Never run out again. Subscribe today and get 20% off every single bag plus free shipping. It's coffee on your schedule. The email includes a simple button. Subscribe now. When she clicks it, Odoo's integrated system creates a subscription record. This automatically generates a new sales order every month. That sales order automatically communicates with the inventory app to reserve 1 bag of Morning Buzz for Sarah. It automatically communicates with your shipping connector to print a label. And it automatically communicates with the accounting app to process the recurring payment and record the revenue. This is a completely hands-off, automated, recurring revenue machine. Think about the nightmare of trying to bolt a subscription service onto a typical e-commerce setup. You're probably using an app like Recharge on Shopify. It's a great app, but it's a separate company, a separate system. You're paying an extra monthly fee, plus a percentage of your revenue. You're constantly worried if the inventory levels are syncing correctly between Recharge and Shopify. You have to manage customer service for subscriptions in one place and for one-time orders in another. The financial data has to be manually reconciled between your payment gateway, Recharge, and your accounting software like QuickBooks. It's a fragile ecosystem of plugins and connectors, a house of cards that can collapse anytime an API changes. With Odoo, it's one system, one database, one source of truth. The subscription, the inventory, the customer record, the accounting entries, they are all just different views of the same core data. It's fundamentally more robust, more efficient, and dramatically less expensive. The visual workflow builder in Odoo Marketing Automation is where you become the architect of your customer's journey. It looks like a simple flowchart, but it's incredibly powerful. You can drag and drop triggers and actions. For example, an abandoned cart sequence. A customer adds an item to their cart but doesn't check out. The trigger is set. 1 hour later, action: send forgot something? Email. The system then waits. If the customer opens the email but doesn't click, then wait 24 hours and send a new email with the customer testimonial for that specific product. If the customer still doesn't buy, then wait another 48 hours and send an SMS with a 10% off coupon that expires at midnight. You can build these complex multi-channel campaigns that react in real time to customer behavior, or a post-purchase review campaign. The trigger: a delivery order is marked as done by your shipping integration. Action: wait 10 days. This gives the customer time to actually use the product. Then send an email asking for a review, with a direct link to the product page. If they leave a 5-star review, automatically add a brand advocate tag to their customer profile. Now you can target these advocates with special offers or referral programs in the future. You see, this isn't just about sending emails. It's about creating intelligent, automated systems that nurture leads, convert sales, and create loyal customers for life. It's about leveraging every single piece of data your business generates, from a help desk ticket to an inventory movement to a website visit, and using it to create a better, more personalized experience for your customer. This is how you compete with the giants like Amazon. You can't outspend them, you can't outship them, but you can outcare them. You can build a more personal, more authentic relationship with your customers. Odoo's integrated marketing and subscription tools give you the power to do that at scale, turning your small business into an automated, growth-oriented powerhouse. You're saving countless hours on manual tasks, you're drastically increasing customer lifetime value, and you're building a predictable, recurring revenue stream that makes your business more valuable and less stressful to run. We've covered how Odoo helps you manage your products, sell them across multiple channels, fulfill them efficiently, provide stellar customer service, and then market to those customers to create lifelong fans. Seems like we've covered everything, but we've missed the single most important part of any business. The one thing that determines whether you survive or fail: the numbers. How do you track every dollar in and every dollar out? How do you handle the mind-numbing complexity of US sales tax, which is different in every single state, county, and city? Most e-commerce platforms treat accounting as a painful afterthought, something to be exported to a separate, disconnected system. But what if your accounting was the very foundation of your entire operation, giving you a real-time, crystal-clear view of your profitability on every single order? That's where Odoo leaves everyone else in the dust. And this brings us to the single biggest mindset shift Odoo requires, and its most profound advantage. Odoo isn't an e-commerce platform with an accounting app bolted on. Odoo is a world-class, GAAP-compliant, double-entry accounting system that just so happens to also run your website, manage your inventory, and ship your orders. The finance is not an afterthought. It is the central nervous system. Think about your current setup. You have Shopify or BigCommerce making sales. You have ShipStation or 3PL shipping orders. And you have QuickBooks or Xero sitting off to the side, completely blind. It only learns about what happened weeks or even months later when your bookkeeper painstakingly imports and categorizes transactions. It's like trying to drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. You only know you've hit a wall long after the crash. With Odoo, the accounting is the engine, not the caboose. Every single action, every click, every event in your entire business. A customer placing an order, a warehouse worker scanning a product, a shipping label being printed, is simultaneously and instantly translated into its corresponding financial transaction. There is no import, no export, no sync. It's one single event, in one single database. This isn't just a convenience. It is a strategic weapon. And the first place you'll see it change your entire business is with something every e-commerce owner dreads: landed costs. Let's paint a picture. A container with 5,000 units of your flagship product just arrived at the port of Los Angeles from your supplier in Vietnam. You paid for the products, sure. But what about the real cost to get them onto your warehouse shelf? You've got the ocean freight bill for thousands of dollars. You've got the US Customs import duties, maybe a 25% tariff thanks to recent trade policies. You've got the customs brokerage fee. You've got the drayage fee to truck the container from the port to your facility. In the old world, what do? You get out a spreadsheet. You add up all those extra costs, you divide by 5,000, and you get a guess, an estimate of your fully landed cost per unit. You then have to manually update this cost in your inventory system, hoping you got it right. And for the next 6 months, every time you sell one of those units, your QuickBooks entry for cost of goods sold, or COGS, is based on the original supplier price, not this true fully landed cost. Your profitability reports are a fantasy novel. You're flying blind. Now let's do it the Odoo way. The container arrives. You get the bill from the freight forwarder, the bill from the customs broker. In Odoo accounting, you create a new landed cost entry. You attach those bills directly to the receipt of those 5,000 units in your inventory. You tell Odoo how to split the cost by quantity, by weight, by volume, it doesn't matter. You click one button. Validate. Instantly, Odoo performs the calculation with surgical precision and automatically spreads those thousands of dollars in extra costs across the valuation of those 5,000 units. The inventory value on your balance sheet is now perfect. The cost of each individual unit in your system has been updated from, say, $10 to $13.47. Not an estimate in a spreadsheet. The actual precise, auditable, true cost. This alone is a game changer. But we're just getting started. The very next day, a customer in Texas buys one of those units for $59.99. The moment that sale is confirmed, Odoo's integrated system performs magic that is simply impossible with separate apps. Because Odoo uses what's called perpetual inventory, or Anglo-Saxon accounting, it doesn't wait until the end of the month to figure out what your costs were. Does it in real time. The instant the order is confirmed, 2 journal entries are automatically created in your general ledger. The first one is obvious. Debit accounts receivable, credit sales revenue for $59.99. Every system does that. But the second one is the secret sauce. Odoo simultaneously creates another entry. It debits cost of goods sold for $13.47, the exact true landed cost of that specific unit, and credits inventory asset for the same amount. Stop and think about what that means. Before the box has even been packed, your financial statements are already updated. Your profit and loss statement for that very second shows $59.99 in revenue and $13.47 in COGS. Your balance sheet shows your inventory value has decreased by exactly that amount. This isn't an end-of-month approximation. This is real-time financial intelligence. But the true holy grail for an e-commerce owner isn't the high-level P&L. It's the profitability on that specific order. And this is where Odoo connects all the dots. Let's go look at that sales order in Odoo. Right there on the screen, you'll see a new tab called Margin. You click it. Odoo doesn't just show you the revenue and the COGS. Pulls in everything. It sees the order was shipped via your integrated UPS account, and it pulls in the actual shipping label cost, $11.22. It sees the customer paid via your integrated Stripe account, and it pulls in the actual merchant processing fee, $2.03. It might even pull in a calculated cost for the packing materials used, based on your bill of materials. So on one screen, you have a complete, unvarnished look at this single transaction. Revenue, $59.99. Landed cost of goods, minus $13.47. Actual shipping cost, minus $11.22. Payment processing fee, minus $2.03. Total margin, $33.27. You now know for a fact that this specific order generated $33.27 in gross profit. Now imagine this data, this absolute clarity across thousands of orders. You can now answer the questions that keep you up at night. Which marketing campaigns are bringing in profitable customers, not just revenue? Which states are most expensive to ship to? Is that free shipping offer actually killing my margin on a specific product line? You stop guessing and start knowing. You can make decisions with a level of confidence your competitors, who are still wrestling with spreadsheets and QuickBooks sync errors, can only dream of. And the automation doesn't stop there. When that payment from Stripe finally hits your bank account 2 days later, it's not for $59.99. It's a batch deposit, and your specific order is buried in there, minus the fees. In QuickBooks, this is a nightmare. It's called reconciliation hell. You're trying to match a single bank deposit to dozens of different invoices. In Odoo, it's a non-event. The bank feed syncs automatically. Odoo's AI sees the deposit, sees the Stripe fees it already knows about, and automatically suggests matching it to the correct batch of invoices. 95% of your bank reconciliation becomes a single click. Validate. A task that takes a bookkeeper days every month can be done in 15 minutes over a cup of coffee. This is the power of a truly integrated system. It's the ability to drill down. To be on your main P&L report, see your total shipping cost, click on it, see the journal entries, click on an entry, see the FedEx bill, click again, and see the exact sales order that generated that cost. It's a trail of digital breadcrumbs that gives you complete visibility and control. You're no longer just processing transactions. You're understanding the financial DNA of your business in real time. And that financial clarity is the foundation for scaling profitably, which is impossible when your numbers are always 3 months behind reality. So let's talk about what that really means, because this is where the entire game changes. Most e-commerce businesses in the US aren't running on a single system. They're running on what I call a Franken-stack. You've got Shopify for your storefront, which is great. But then you have QuickBooks for your accounting, which doesn't really talk to Shopify without a clunky connector app. You've got ShipStation or a similar service for fulfillment, which needs to pull order data. You have MailChimp or Klaviyo for your email marketing, which needs customer data. You probably have a separate spreadsheet, the holy spreadsheet, that you use to track your actual inventory levels, because none of the other systems seem to get it quite right. Each of these systems has its own little island of data. Shopify knows about sales, but not about your cost of goods sold. QuickBooks knows about your expenses, but it doesn't know which customer has a high lifetime value. MailChimp knows who opened an email, but it has no idea if that person has an abandoned cart with 3 items in it right now. This isn't a system. It's a collection of data silos held together with digital duct tape and a whole lot of manual labor. You're not the CEO. You're the chief data janitor, spending your days exporting CSVs from one platform and importing them into another, praying you didn't mess up a column. This is the fundamental problem that Odoo Enterprise solves, and it's a concept that is so critical to understand. It creates a single source of truth for your entire business. Not a single source of e-commerce truth, or a single source of accounting truth. A single source of business truth. When every single department, every single function, from the first marketing touchpoint to the final line item on the profit and loss statement, is drawing its information from the exact same real-time database, something magical happens. The fog of war that most entrepreneurs operate in simply vanishes. Let's walk through an example. Imagine a customer journey, not from the customer's perspective, but from yours, running on Odoo. Starts with marketing. Your Odoo CRM has a record of a potential customer. Maybe someone who downloaded a lead magnet from your Odoo-powered website 6 months ago. Based on their tags and history, they're automatically enrolled in an Odoo marketing automation campaign. They receive a targeted email with a special offer for a product you know they're interested in. They click the link. They land on your Odoo e-commerce product page. The page confidently displays 17 in stock. That number isn't a guess. It's not a number that syncs once a day. It is the literal, real-time inventory count from your Odoo inventory app. If a pallet of those items was just received in your warehouse a second ago and scanned in by an employee using an Odoo barcode scanner, that number would instantly update. The customer adds the item to their cart and checks out. The moment they click Confirm Purchase, a cascade of perfectly synchronized events is triggered across your entire business, all without a single human lifting a finger. 1. The Odoo Sales app creates a sales order, locking in the price, the customer details, and the order specifics. 2. The Odoo Inventory app immediately decrements the on-hand quantity for that product by 1. The available to promise quantity is updated across your entire ecosystem. If another customer is looking at that same product page, the stock level they see has already changed. 3. Simultaneously, a delivery order is created in your Odoo warehouse management system. A worker in your warehouse now has a task on their handheld scanner telling them exactly what to pick, from which bin location, and where to pack it for shipping. For the Odoo accounting app, the one we just talked about, springs to life. It automatically generates the customer invoice. It creates the journal entries. It debits accounts receivable and credits your sales revenue account. The cost of goods sold is recognized. The transaction is already sitting there, waiting to be reconciled with the payment from your bank feed. Your financial statements are, to the second, a perfect reflection of reality. 5. The customer's record in the Odoo CRM is updated. Their lifetime value increases. They are automatically tagged as a first-time buyer. This tag might trigger another automation, perhaps a post-purchase follow-up sequence, or it might segment them into a special audience for future marketing. This entire beautiful, intricate dance of data happens in a fraction of a second. There are no gaps. There are no delays. There's no chance for human error. It's a closed-loop system where every action has an immediate and accurate reaction across the entire business. This is not just an efficiency gain. It's a strategic weapon. It frees you and your team from the mundane, error-prone work of being data couriers and allows you to focus on what actually grows the business. strategy, marketing, product development, and customer service. But the real power, the reason this is a feature for businesses that want to dominate, not just compete, is what this unified platform unlocks for the future. Your Frankenstack is brittle. It's a house of cards. What happens when you decide you want to open a physical pop-up shop for the holidays? With the old stack, it's a nightmare. You need a new POS system, a new credit card processor, and then you have to figure out how to get its sales and inventory data back into your other 10 systems. It's a massive, expensive, time-consuming project. With Odoo, you log in, go to the Apps module, and you click Install on the point-of-sale app. That's it. Your new POS will use the exact same product database, the exact same inventory, the exact same customer list, and post to the exact same accounting ledger as your website. You could sell a product online and have a customer return it in your physical store 5 minutes later, and the system wouldn't even blink. What if your business evolves? You start out selling widgets, but then you realize there's a huge market for a widget subscription box. With a disconnected stack, you're looking for a whole new platform like Recharge or Bold subscriptions, and you're back in integration hell. With Odoo, you install the subscriptions app. It works seamlessly with your existing products, customers, and accounting to manage recurring billing automatically. What if you decide to take the ultimate step and start manufacturing your own products instead of just reselling them? This is the point where most e-commerce businesses completely break their software stack. But with Odoo, you install the manufacturing app. Now you can create bills of materials, manage manufacturing orders, and track your raw material inventory, all connected to the exact same system that's handling your sales and fulfillment. This is the concept of a truly scalable platform. It's not just about handling more orders, it's about handling more complexity. Odoo Enterprise is like a set of business Lego blocks. You start with the core e-commerce, sales, and accounting blocks. But as your vision grows, you can add any other block you need: projects, rentals, field service, appointments, help desk, and they are all designed from the ground up to snap together perfectly. There is no integration. There is only installation. This dismantles the biggest lie in small business software: that stitching together a bunch of cheaper specialized apps is more cost-effective. It's not. You pay for a dozen different subscriptions. You pay for the connector apps like Zapier that are the fragile glue holding everything together. But the biggest costs are hidden. You pay with the salaries of employees whose primary job is to manually bridge the data gaps between these systems. And most importantly, you pay an enormous opportunity cost when you make critical business decisions: how much inventory to order, which marketing campaigns to fund, whether you're actually profitable based on fragmented, outdated, and inaccurate data. Odoo Enterprise isn't an expense you compare to MailChimp's monthly fee. It's an investment in a central nervous system for your business, an operational foundation that allows you to grow faster, smarter, and with far less friction than your competitors who are still stuck being data janitors. And let's be brutally honest for a second. Being a data janitor is not why you started your business. You didn't wake up one day, fired with passion, and say, "I want to spend my life copying and pasting tracking numbers from one system to another." You didn't dream of manually adjusting inventory in 3 different places after every single sale, hoping you didn't make a typo that would lead to an oversell and an angry customer. You are an entrepreneur, a creator, a visionary. Your job is to be the architect of your business, not the janitor cleaning up the messes created by disconnected software. Your time, your most precious and finite resource, should be spent on strategy, on marketing, on product development, on building relationships with your customers, not on the digital equivalent of mopping floors. This entire conversation, these 5 features we've walked through, isn't really about software. It's about reclaiming your role as the leader of your company. Think back to what we covered. We started with the bedrock of any product-based business: multi-warehouse inventory management. That wasn't just about knowing where your boxes are. It was about promising a customer in California 2-day shipping and actually delivering on it automatically from your Nevada warehouse instead of your Pennsylvania one, saving you a fortune on shipping and delighting your customer. It was about turning your logistics from a painful cost center into a competitive advantage, just like the big guys do. Then we talked about fully integrated accounting. Again, not just about bookkeeping. This is about having a real-time financial dashboard for your entire operation. It's the difference between flying a plane with a full instrument panel versus trying to navigate through a storm by sticking your head out the window. When your sales, inventory costs, marketing spend, and payroll all live in the same system, you can ask critical questions and get instant, accurate answers. What's my true Landed profit margin on this specific SKU after factoring in shipping and a 15% off coupon? With a disconnected system, that's a week-long archaeological dig through spreadsheets. With Odoo, it's a report you can run in seconds. This is how you make smart, profitable decisions instead of guessing. We moved on to the marketing automation and email marketing suites. This was about ending the data syncing nightmare. It's about a customer abandoning a cart with a specific high-margin item and an automated email sequence triggering instantly, not an hour later after Zapier runs, with a unique, single-use coupon code to bring them back. It's about segmenting your audience based on their actual purchase history, not just what list they signed up for 2 years ago. You can create a segment of customers who bought product A but not the complementary product B, and send them a targeted educational campaign. This level of sophisticated, behavior-driven marketing is usually reserved for companies with entire marketing departments. Odoo puts that power directly in your hands. Then we explored the integrated website and e-commerce builder. This is about freedom and speed. Freedom from being locked into a platform that penalizes your success with ever-increasing transaction fees. The freedom to customize your customer's journey without needing to hire an expensive developer for every little change. You want to add a custom quote request form for bulk orders that feeds directly into your CRM, and accounting as a new lead and a draft quotation? In a typical Shopify or BigCommerce setup, that's a multi-thousand-dollar app or custom project. In Odoo, it's a feature you can build and deploy in an afternoon. You control the experience, you control the data, and you control the costs. And finally, for those of you who actually make what you sell, we touched on the Integrated Manufacturing Resource Planning, or MRP. This is the master key. This is where Odoo truly leaves the competition behind. It's about your website showing in stock, not just based on finished goods on a shelf, but by calculating in real time that you have all the raw materials and production capacity to build that product and ship it by Friday. It's about a sales forecast automatically generating manufacturing orders and purchase orders for the raw materials you'll need next month. This is the holy grail of efficiency. It transforms your business from a chaotic reactive workshop into a smooth, predictive, and incredibly scalable production machine. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds amazing, but it also sounds huge, complicated. The implementation must be a nightmare. And that's a fair concern. Migrating the central nervous system of your business is not like installing a new app on your phone. It's a serious project. But let me reframe that. The nightmare is what you're living in right now. The daily chaos, the data errors, the wasted hours, the missed opportunities, that is the real nightmare. It's a slow, grinding nightmare that caps your growth and burns you out. Moving to a unified platform like Odoo isn't about adding complexity. It's about performing a strategic surgery to remove it. It's about cutting out the dozen subscriptions that don't talk to each other. It's about removing the tangled web of zaps and spreadsheets that you pray doesn't break every morning. The implementation process, when done with an experienced partner, is a guided process of streamlining your operations. It forces you to look at every process in your business and ask, why do we do it this way? Can it be better? Can it be automated? The process itself makes your business stronger even before you go live. The truth is, the e-commerce landscape in the United States is only getting more competitive. You're not just competing with the guy down the street anymore. You're competing with Amazon's logistics. You're competing with billion-dollar DTC brands and their massive marketing budgets. You cannot win that fight by outspending them. You can only win by being smarter, faster, and more efficient. You win by having better data. You win by having a seamless customer experience from the first ad they see to the moment the package lands on their doorstep. You win by building a resilient, scalable operational foundation that allows you to focus on what you do best, creating amazing products and building a brand people love. A disconnected, patched-together software stack is a foundation of sand. An integrated ERP like Odoo is a foundation of bedrock. So my challenge to you is this. Stop being the data janitor. Stop being the chief firefighter for problems that your own systems are creating. Step into your role as the architect of your future. Take a serious look at the real costs, not just the subscription fees, but the cost in wasted time, human error, and missed growth opportunities of your current setup. If anything we've discussed today resonates with you, if you feel that friction in your business every single day, then it's time to take the next step. It's not about buying software. It's about investigating a new way to run your business. To help you do that, I want to make it as easy as possible. Down in the description, there's a link to schedule a completely free, no-pressure discovery call with our team of US-based Odoo experts. We'll listen to your challenges, learn about your specific business model, and give you an honest assessment of whether Odoo is the right fit for you. This isn't a sales pitch. It's a strategy session. If you're not quite ready for a call, there's also a link to download our free guide. The 7 signs your e-commerce business has outgrown its software. It's a simple checklist that will help you diagnose your own operational bottlenecks and clarify your thinking. The business you have today is a result of the systems you've built. The business you want to have tomorrow depends on the systems you choose to build now. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Now go build something great.